Alright, well, everything just finished printing, and this pretty much sucks. The eyepiece here, one of the beam pieces, for whatever reason, never filled in the top. Also on the back piece here, that used for opening and closing the eye. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and reprint this. I could go ahead and try and fill this, but I'm just going to go print this individual piece here again and see what I can do to actually get this to fill in properly. I have no idea why exactly that happened, but this piece came out very nicely and the detail looks pretty good on it. So let me get this off and start printing again. Alright, so I reprinted the eyepiece again, and for whatever reason it printed properly the second time. And to help smooth this out and to help minimize the sanding and filling that I'd have to do, I decided to apply some XTC 3D by Smooth On. It's also nice that this doesn't have strong fumes and dries pretty quickly with a little bit of heat. Next, I decided to lay down a base coat of metallic gold spray paint from Rust-Oleum. The process here is pretty simple, just went over it real quick with a few coats and then let it dry. It is way too cold to be spray painting outside. Hopefully this turns out okay. To help dirty up and weather the prop, I'm using some black acrylic cheap paint that I picked up from Walmart. This stuff is perfect for dry brushing. There's a ton of tutorials, and I do mean a ton of tutorials online for this. Basically, I'm just applying black all over the nooks and crannies of this and then wiping it off with some paper towel before letting it dry. And basically just rinsing and repeating this process until I'm happy with the results. For the front of the prop, I'm applying the same technique, and then I'm going to be taking a tiny bit of rub and buff, and by the way, a little goes a very long way, to highlight the silver parts that are on the front of the prop. Using my fingers and some paper towels, I basically just buff this into the prop, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a fine tip brush and apply some more black to the little crannies to help make everything pop. Once that's done, it's time to assemble everything and make sure the eye works properly. And to seal everything together, I used a little dab of super glue. Alright, you guys, here it is, my finished eye of Agamotto, I still don't quite know how to pronounce that. Created by Black Ram Industries. It's available for you to download right now and print yourself over on PenShape. I'll include a link down below. This file is absolutely amazing to work with. It's actually perfect for anyone that has a small printer or a large printer. So if you have a small one, you might have to print off each individual parts one by one. Large, obviously, you can knock it all off in one print. But it's really easy to work with, and it's just a really nice file. There's some great detail on this as well, so I highly recommend checking it out. It's probably one of my favorite prints that I've done to date. There's also a great little feature that he's built into this, where on the back there's a little knob that you can turn and the eye will actually open. So part of the next steps for this project, I'm going to be looking to install a green LED along with an on and off switch to make this really cool and easy to access and flip on and off when I'm wearing it or just having it on display here in my man cave. So again, really great prop, and the detail on this is just really nice. Kudos to you, Black Ram Industries. This is a great file. Also, to finish this off, I just used some basic twine, cut off a few strips here, and then hot glued it into the openings. It's not exactly screen accurate, but should be fine for right now for on display in my man cave. All right, you guys, well, that's it. Again, if you're interested in printing your own, head on over to PenShape and check out the design by Black Ram Industries. Make sure to also, if you print one, hit him up over on Twitter. I'll include a link down below to both the file and his Twitter so that you can share your prints with him. All right, and I've got to get out of here. It's actually the first time I snapped that on, and it's a really good fit. It's nice and tight here. I'm Batman.